Yeah, because I'm looking like, where's the comments? Because the people is like hitting me up. Okay, let me check. Can y'all go on and see what in the world is going on? If not, I just went back in. Check and see. Let me make sure this is
Yeah, I was like, you click the
girl.
Facebook one.
Girl, I didn't click mine.
You know what?
I
You need
clicked
drink. You need drink some more.
Oh yeah, maybe I don't need to drink, but I just started drinking. Okay, Maggie,
Okay.
just look and see. Okay, so
Maybe y'all need to put the fireball down.
y'all, she's
I'm
doing
not
great.
running things.
She's doing great.
Y'all need to put the fireball
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
not
know. I
running
think I was
things.
just so excited about the interview, y'all. I am just okay, Manny. Check and see.
I don't see it on you.
No, I just came on. I see me right there.
I don't see
There you go. There you go.
Okay, so audience, this shit is so funny. That is not funny.
Crazy work. We doing some things over here.
Okay, so I need my hair cut. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, that ain't it.
Don, it's on. It's showing it's on now. So okay, so here's the thing. So
Okay,
Kai was.
now I got you.
Well, thank you, Dawn.
Look,
We appreciate you.
and I ain't even had no fireball.
Well, there's the bottle right there.
Okay, so she's Manny said straight up like, what the picture look like, Manny?
Live and cold, nice.
Okay. It ain't blurry. Okay, all right then.
It's not
Chili
showing
too.
up.
Chili too, baby. Okay, so y'all, we got Kai Stevens with us. So it's crazy because we was already in 15 minutes into the interview, and I said, we ain't live on my page, so I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Shout your name out. Put your name in there. Y'all can ask Kai questions. Kai. I mean, she did so damn good when we wasn't alive.
We were not live,
But she is her authentic self, so she doesn't. Nothing needs to be replicated. She's coming from the gut. She's coming raw. Kai, tell the people a little bit about yourself before I dive into this interview.
So my name is Kaiba Stevens. I am 52 years old.
What?
Girl, yeah.
Girl, you bringing the sexy up in here at 52.
Thank you.
All right, now
Thank
go
you,
ahead.
thank you.
Keep on talking.
I am. I hang out. I do my crafting. You know, I got my own little small business going on. And,
Okay.
I'm just me. I mean, what you see is what you get. I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not fake for nobody. I just don't have any of that.
She ain't got time for it. That's what she said. What was her name? Sweet said, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So first of all, we want to welcome you back. We are so happy you are here. You blessed us with an amazing interview.
Thank you.
An amazing interview. It was so, I mean, people were calling me. I mean, as soon as that interview was over, I mean, Atlanta, Texas, my little brother in Hawaii, just people just all over the country was calling and was just like, hey, that interview was great. And, and then they was just talking about how smart you were. You can tell when people are smart. You don't just have to know them. You can tell, but and how articulate and just how professional you was, even in a time of grief. So we are here today to talk about the book.
Yes, ma'am.
You Had to Fucking Die. This is available on Amazon. You can get hardback or soft copy. You know me, I want hardback
and Kindle.
Oh, and Kindle.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
it's on Kindle now.
It's on
Now
Kindle
this
too.
what I told her, y'all. I said, girl, I can't wait for you to do the audio because to hear her read these words, baby, look, you see that? Baby, the hairs will stand on your head. So one of the first things, the biggest question that people are gonna have is the title. The title. You Had to Fucking Die.
Yeah.
Okay, where did this come from?
It was all me. It was a combination of my own personal life, how I grew up in the household with our parents and my brother. My brother was always, the golden child, couldn't do no wrong, all the things. And however, my brother was also my protector.
Mm-hmm.
He helped me out through a lot of things, navigating growing up in our household. Like well, everybody knows he was a correction officer, so he protected people. So he always protected me no matter what. The purpose of my title was when my brother's untimely death, I knew that I was going to get the blunt end of that from family because, at the end of the day, oh my God, our son is gone.
That's kind of hard.
It's hard, but it's my reality.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's still hard.
So I came up with, you had to fucking die because you died and you left me here by myself, and now I have to fend for myself, and I don't like that. I don't like that. And yeah, it was selfish, for if people are hearing this, they're like, oh, well, you're just selfish, like your brother's gone. I get that, but if you never walked in my shoes, you will never understand what that title actually means and why it is the way that it is.
I think I have a better understanding of it now that you've communicated that. Like, why? So this is what you had to do?
Right.
You had to fucking die.
Right. That's what we're doing.
With the explanation point.
All of that.
So I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. At first I was just like, ooh, this is raw. This is from the gut. This is you had to fucking die, y'all, right here on Amazon. We got the author live here. Live. Kai Stevens. Kai Stevens. Now, Kai, you said a couple of things in the book. I mean,
what you got? What you got?
Wait a minute. I got to read the author's note first. Okay. I got to read the author's note because when I read the author's note, I was like, damn, I stopped. I didn't even go to page 1. I read the author's note and then I went straight on live and said, hey, you guys need to read this. So this is the author note, y'all. This is the first page with actual writing in reference to the book on it. It says, this book is a true story. The names, the events, the anger, the grief, the laughter, and the rage are real. Nothing in this story has been softened for comfort. Death has a way of exposing the truth about people's family and the relationships we pretend are stronger than they really are. This is not a story about perfection. This is a story about survival of a broken family. Boom. So you had me right there.
Yeah.
You had me. What do you think about that, Pam?
Me too.
Yeah. What is that?
What? I couldn't even put the book down.
Really?
I'm trying to cook breakfast. I said, wait a minute.
Burn that, Miss Pam. You know, burn that, Miss Pam. Did you?
Oh no, she's a chef, honey.
Oh,
no,
okay.
That's her craft, honey. She ain't burning up no shit.
Okay.
She don't cook that food.
I just making sure I'm asking.
But here's the thing. So after Pam had got the book, so we talking. What page you on? What page you on? So I'm like, Wallace, I gotta finish cooking my food. I gotta cook for my husband. So we was going back and forth, and then we was trying to see who was gonna finish right. And she's like, I gotta go to Bible study, but when I get back, I'm gonna read this book. So it was great. The introduction was great because it made people want to read it.
Yeah.
It made people want to read it. Now, in the book, you also said. You made a statement about being betrayed by your family.
Yes, ma'am.
And there was some strong verbiage in there. I'm definitely going to ask you about that. But from the description this from me, because I'm a visual person, so when I was reading, I was visualizing everything that was going on.
Okay.
So on my side, it looked like that it was like the younger people instead of the older people that came and had your back.
Yes. Yes,
let me know about that.
My 3 beautiful children, my brother's children, they had me. They had me. But Felicia, my sis, she had me. Alita, my sissy, she had me. Yeah, they made sure I ain't go to jail.
You said they made sure I did. People would have been like, Steven, what?
I mean, I had a plan.
Oh, they would have took care of you.
See,
they would have took care of you.
See,
that's for sure.
I hope my counselor is watching this.
Because
I
they
flat out,
took care of you.
He was like, Haiva, and I'm like, listen, this is a true story. Listen, I was like, John, I got a plan. And he was like, okay, well, I've already taught you to have a plan. I'm like, all right, so here's my plan. I'm gonna go hurt somebody. It's gonna be in Omaha. So I'm gonna wind up in Douglas County.
Mm-hmm.
My brother used to work there, so all the officers respected him. The inmates respected him. I'm like, so I'm gonna be all right.
You said I'm gonna be all
I'm
right.
good.
I'm gonna
And
be
he
all
was
right.
like, that is not the plan.
He said
That's
is
not the
a
plan I
good
told you
plan.
that's not the plan I told you, Kaiba. That's not the plan I told you to do. And I'm like, you told me to have a plan. Like I was being proactive.
You said you was. You said you told me to have the plan.
He did.
So you had one.
Yeah,
You had one.
I have one.
You had the bond money ready. You
Yeah,
had the
listen.
people in place. She had a
I
plan.
had a plan.
She had, but they was gonna take care of her.
Yeah, I was
Therapist, they
good.
was gonna take care of her. I'm gonna tell you what I know and not what I feel.
So,
So the book, I mean, the experience that you had, the whole thing with the pastor puppet, the ingrate of a disrespectful halfway wife. I'm gonna just keep it right there.
Okay,
The disrespectful.
because that was nice.
Yeah, that was the Christian
was very
version. That was the
nice.
Christian version. So and I know it how did you that was a traumatizing event for you. How in the world did you start writing? How did your trauma and pain turn into a good book, a great book?
So, again, years of counseling. My counselor has been my rock. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. He taught me throughout the years that if I am on the verge of almost going to jail, like but to do pen to paper.
Right.
Always do pen to paper. Just write it out and write and write and write and write. And so I got my laptop and I just started clicking away. And then hours later, I had like 5 chapters. So I just ran it into Chat GPT. I'm like, let's see what happens. And I was like, does this sound like a book? And, of course, Chat was like, oh, yeah, we can do this, and this. And I'm like, book it is. It was never my intention to write a book.
Right.
It was, people are like, oh, you're just trying to make money. No, I was trying not to go to jail.
Right.
I mean,
was trying to
at
keep
the
my
end of
freedom.
the day, that's really what this boils down to is I was trying not to go to jail. So I did the pen to paper. It just turned into a book. And here we are.
And if everybody out there know, like I know, because I know from experience, putting a pen to paper is therapeutic because it's sometimes that I would have wanted to tear somebody's head off.
Yes.
And because I put pen to paper, I was able to get out what I couldn't do.
Right.
I was able to get that out and put it on paper where I didn't hurt anybody except my fingers and the utensil I was using to write.
Ma'am.
So it's definitely therapeutic. So in one of your chapters, you talk about betrayal.
Yes.
So I know that in your chapter, you talked about the conversation that you had with your mother. And I kind of felt you on that. Now, we know we don't do no cussing, our generation, to our parents and whatever. That's a one-off. That's a one-off.
Yeah.
So I knew that you had to be going through a lot. That passage in the book when you talked about that, and I seen how through the words that you wrote that like you just felt abandoned almost.
Yes, that is an accurate depiction of that.
So take us back to where you were having this conversation with your mom. First of all, because the wife, if I didn't have this shirt on, I would be saying some other stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't.
I know.
Okay. But I almost didn't wear it because I wanted to say what I wanted to say. But I said this would put me in check.
Good.
So where the woman did not even want to allow you to come in the hospital.
Yeah, she banned me from the hospital. Her exact words, actually, she didn't tell me. I had my father tell me this.
And the fact that he felt comfortable.
That part.
You couldn't have just, because nobody could have, I couldn't have delivered no message to my daughter saying, you can't come see your brother, because that wouldn't have never even, we would have all been, it would have been all or none.
Well, I'm going to one up on you on that one, Chantella, because that message should have never been delivered to me, period.
Exactly.
Because it should have went back and said, "Oh, we're not doing that."
That's what I'm saying.
That's her
That's right.
brother.
That's right.
And I don't care what y'all are doing,
Mhm.
but that's not what we doing.
Exactly.
But that never happened.
Exactly. So I kind of felt you in that aspect, because I was like, when you said that one of your parents came to you and say like, "Oh, well, you can't come to the hospital,"
Right.
That was bullshit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That was bullshit, man. Wasn't that bullshit?
Yeah, I think they would just have to call the police on me.
Listen, listen.
We got a live audience in here. We got a
Listen.
live audience in here. Yeah, yeah.
I have to go see my brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And she said it was because that was my brother's wishes.
I don't give a damn what the
That
wishes
if he
is.
wound up in the hospital or anything happened to him or died, I am not allowed there because he doesn't want me there.
So that's just like the 1032, all those specific things.
Listen.
Now, who just says, "In case I'm in the hospital"? Audience.
That don't make sense.
Who says, "In case I'm in the hospital or something
Nobody.
happened to
Nobody.
me, I don't want my sister"? Who just
Nobody.
even says? Who even wishes that type of demise on themselves?
Nobody.
Wait a minute.
Hey, John.
Don't get to the waiting room.
What are you
Pam,
telling?
what?
Hold on. Let me answer John
Okay.
real quick. You can purchase it on Amazon, John. Thank you for asking.
Boom.
Yeah, it's in hard copy, paperback, and it's also Kindle.
Damn, that hurt.
Yeah,
I was loving it. I'm like, damn, okay. These stuff say, "Hey, what's up, John Gould? How you doing?" So yeah, again, y'all, this is Kai Stevens. You Had to Fucking Die. It is an excellent read. It's like a 2-day. If you're an avid reader like my friend Felicia, if you're an avid reader, Felicia would read this in about 2 hours.
That's what I did.
Now me, I just be moving around, and then I want to get comfortable. I want to set the mood and shit. Look, I want to set the mood so I can be ready. So yeah, so
You want to show a picture of the paperback?
yes. Let me see the paperback. So and the one thing I loved about this book, this is the paperback. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all I loved about the book. Okay, your font is a little bit smaller than mine. So let me show y'all about this hard book font. Baby, you don't need no glass. Oh, you can't see.
No, there you go.
Okay, there we go, right
Yeah.
there. We got lights in here, y'all. We in the studio. But the font, excellent. Thank you.
No,
Thank
you're welcome.
Thank you. The font. It
Thank
was the
you.
font for me.
Okay.
It was a font for me. So so I want to know what. I know you was writing and you was and you
Yeah,
was fuming
cussing
and you was
crying
furious and you
all
was
the
crying
things.
and you was wiping your nose. So I know the whole thing was heavy and hard.
Yes, ma'am.
But at what point where you was almost like, what was the hardest chapter to write? What was the hardest thing for you to put on paper that just took you, that almost stopped you? I know it was something, because that was a heavy
funeral.
actual funeral.
The actual
Writing
funeral.
about that.
No, let me retract that one. When I was informed that I was banned from the funeral by my parents.
So wait a minute. Your parents told you was banned from the hospital and banned from the funeral?
Yeah. I was informed that I was banned from the funeral. I texted my mother and said, "So what, I'm banned from my brother's funeral?" And her response was, "Yes."
Ooh.
No, nothing, no explanation, no nothing.
Ooh.
So I called her. And of course, all kinds of things came out of my mouth.
You
because
heated at this time.
What are we talking
Disappointed.
What are we talking about? And I was like, what I don't understand this. Are you okay? I said, and I specifically asked her, "Are you okay with this?" And she's like, "Well, that's what Courtney wants." So, and then
Courtney would have had a well-whooped ass. I don't give a damn what Courtney wants, because Courtney couldn't have told my daughter that she was about my daughter or my son that she was, because guess what? It might not even be a funeral.
Well,
Because it might not even be a funeral. You hear me, Manny?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. In all defense to her parents, her mom, she maybe, I know they was going through a bunch of stuff because they just lost a son.
Yeah.
And their mind probably wasn't there. They just wanted to get this over with, but still, I can get where she's coming from too. Kaya, I can get where you're coming from too.
yes, ma'am.
But I can understand your parents.
Yeah, because
They
I've
know
never
which
been
way
in
to
that
go.
position, I haven't been in that position,
Right.
and thank
Losing
God.
our
Yeah,
son.
you pray to God you're never in that
Yeah,
position.
yeah. You know, the prayer of the parent was always for the parent to go before the child.
Yeah.
And
What
you
the
know,
Bible said.
Right.
and
God take you anytime.
yeah. But that we talking about what we grew up saying. You know, our
Right.
parents, our grandparents. You know, they always said they didn't want to see one
Right.
of their children pass. So,
Right.
but still, it just brings me to. I mean, I guess the type of person I am, and I mean, all of y'all know me. The people in the audience, y'all know me. That would have been I couldn't have delivered that because I would have had to say, well, she is coming. You know, you're not banning my daughter.
Right.
You know, so I definitely understand, you know, and it got a little heated, you know, in that chapter.
You know, and I'm gonna say this too. When I was reading that part right there, it kind of brought tears to my eyes. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
me
lie.
too.
It made me cry.
Me too.
Oh.
It really hurt me.
It did. It hurt me
It's
too,
just-
Manny. I cried on a few parts, and that was one of
Yeah.
the parts that I too got emotional on because I was just like, I mean, just the audacity and just to be for somebody losing because it's just you and man, right?
That was it.
Yeah,
It was just
you're
us.
losing your only
Your only
sibling.
sibling.
Yep.
They're losing their only son, and then for you and the puppet pastor want to put
Yeah, you gonna tell the mother?
yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah,
That hurt me.
yeah,
I didn't like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I didn't like that either, but I'm glad you was able to get that off your chest.
Yeah.
Get that off your chest. Now, have you been communicating with
Nope.
your parents? No.
I don't talk to my parents anymore.
For real?
For real.
What's your therapist say about that? Okay, so first we're gonna say Kai has already said she's been in therapy.
Yep.
And she has been using the tools and resources. And we want everybody out here to know that therapy is not a taboo.
Yeah.
Make sure if you if you have heart problems, if you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, you take medicine for those things. Therapist is medicine for the mind. It's always been a taboo in the Black neighborhood. It has become more acceptable
Yes.
in the past 15, 20 years. But we want it to be where, and we ain't talking about y'all people that just use mental health for every damn thing.
Right.
No. We talking about real issues, real things. Don't be ashamed to reach out if you need to speak to someone.
Yeah.
So,
Well said. Yes.
so yeah, I know that's something that you're gonna have to work through, and like I said, I know that that's a hard one. I know that that's a hard one. So I'm gonna pray for you and your family. Pray for you and your family, and that y'all come to some type of resolve. It's just some things, you know, life is short.
I understand that.
Life is short.
But I will, again, not diving into my entire family history.
Mhm.
There is history.
Mhm.
There's so much history.
Yeah.
And you had asked earlier, what did my therapist say about that one? And he understood why I'm doing what I'm doing, because at the end of the day,
You have to do what's best.
you
for
have to
you.
protect yourself,
Your own mental.
you know,
Mhm.
and if something is continually causing me harm,
Mhm.
you have to start putting up boundaries.
Right.
And then if that said person that you put a boundary up with continues to break through that boundary, then if your last resort is then I'm just not going to associate with you. You know, the only person I got to answer to on that one is God.
Right. Right.
Like
Facts.
God, you know, I don't have to answer to anybody with that one. You know, I got calls and, you know, family members of how dare I, and well, that's your mom and that's your dad. And I'm like, yeah, but nobody understands what has happened
Mhm.
and what I've endured through my 52 years.
Mhm.
Mentally.
Mhm.
Let me clarify that, people. It's all mental. I had to put up that hard boundary now.
Okay. So, you know, nobody knows the shoes you walked in.
That's right.
But I mean, the book is out here, so we gonna ask questions.
That's fine. I'm
we
here
gonna
for it.
ask questions, and you stand on what you stand on. You
That's
stand
right.
on your own principle. So definitely respect you for doing that.
Thank you.
I want to talk about 1032. Do I got the time right?
You got the time right.
Do I got the time right?
You got the time
1032. Manny, what page is 1032
Wait,
on?
hold up.
It's on 7.
No, 1032.
1032. Wait a minute. That was in
1032, baby. I stopped reading. I called
It's on
Manny
page
at
22 in the hardback.
22. Okay, 22. 1032, y'all. I gotta read 1032, baby, because when I say this, I was like, Woo!
There it is.
Okay, there it is. Let me go back a little bit. So I'm going to page 21 if you don't mind.
I don't mind. at
Okay,
all.
you don't mind me going to page
No,
21?
ma'am.
Okay, so the waiting room. While all this was going on, we were sitting in the waiting room, waiting. That kind of waiting where time doesn't move, minutes feel like hours, conversations are happening around you, but you're really not hearing them. You just there, trying to hold yourself together, trying to make sense of something that just doesn't make sense.
No.
During this time, the doctor came out and began talking to the wife. He asked her questions about my brother, basics questions, medical history, information you would think a spouse would know. But what stood out to me wasn't the medical question, because honestly, I wasn't paying attention to all that. My mind was too focused on my brother, too focused on what was happening behind those doors. But there was one question, one specific question that caught my attention. The doctor asked her, "What time did your husband go to bed?" Simple question, right? You would think. Now, here's the interesting part. She didn't pause. She didn't think about it. She didn't try to estimate. She answered immediately, 10:32 p.m. I'm sorry. The fuck you say? 10:32 p.m. That's the exact time my brother went to bed. Like, listen, I've been married twice. And I can promise you on everything, I would never, ever be able to tell you the exact time those men went to bed. Girl, girl.
Period.
So as soon as I got to that part, I called Manny. I was like, Manny, is you? I said, okay, call me when you get to 10:32. And then I went to Facebook because out of everything that's going on, I can only imagine what's going on through everybody's mind. Wade is healthy. He's young. He's an energetic person, and yet and still he's behind these doors where you have no idea what's going on. And a series of questions, and somebody says 10:32.
Exactly.
So I know you wrote what you wrote in the book, but I know you got some more shit to say about 10:32.
Listen.
Wait a minute. So she really turned around and looked at the clock. Oh, it's 10:30.
Right. That's what I said.
Now.
Listen.
He sleep 10:32. And I'm gonna tell you what I thought.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you talk on it. Then I'm gonna tell you what I said about 10:32.
Okay. So you haven't tell you what the whole story behind that 10:32?
Yeah, I want to know because I think I'm in the same place as you. I think we in the same place because the 10:32 to be exact at that time, and like in the movies, you just see like everything is hazy, and you thinking about your brother and what's going on, and is he gonna be all right? And then she say, "Oh, 10:30. Oh, he went to sleep at 10:32.
Right.
So boom, what happened?
Girl, listen. So like I said in the book, and I kind of summarized all of that one. The doctor was asking the normal medical questions, has he had any surgeries, this, that, and the third, which she did mess up one of them. She was like, oh, I think he has a rod in, his thumb. I'm not for sure which one. And I was just kind of looking like, we all know the story. If you've been around my brother, especially back in the day, you all know the story about this man breaking his thumb. When they used to have Hoop It Up.
Yes.
Y'all remember that? Hoop It
I
Up?
used to do Hoop It Up.
So he was doing
That
those little
exorbitant.
hoops and all the things, and he broke his thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I say he broke his thumb so bad for it bent all the way back here.
Ooh. Ouch.
But that man kept playing basketball.
In the moment.
In a moment.
Ooh.
He still kept playing basketball. So his first wife, we was like, I think you need to go to the doctor, dude.
Right.
Like, what are we doing? So he had pins and everything, but it was just a funny story because how you gonna continue to play basketball when your thumb is just hanging there?
Right.
And then when he got the cast, he got tired of the cast, so he took it off like after 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Like that was my brother. So the 10:32 part, apparently the night before he went to bed, that night he wasn't feeling good. I don't know the exact story, but he wasn't feeling good. She gave him something.
Hmm.
This is what she told the doctor. That he wasn't feeling good. Said he had a headache. Stomach ache, just wasn't run down, all the things. And the doctor was like, "Did you, take him to the hospital? What happened?" And she was like, "Oh no, I gave him something and just told him to go to bed." And then that's when the doctor said, "Well, what time do you go to bed?" And she was like, 10:32.
10:32.
So did the doctor ask her, what did you give him?
I'm not gonna lie to you, ma'am. I don't remember that part because I was stuck on
10:32.
what you mean. Like I said, I've been married twice. One of my husbands I was married to for 10 years. To this day, if someone were to go, "Oh, what time did he go to bed?" I'm gonna be like, "Okay, was I watching SWAT? Was I watching Criminal Minds?"
Right.
Like, okay, I think I was probably maybe halfway in that episode. So I'm at 10:15, 10:45. It was between 10 and 11.
I'm gonna tell you, the only person that would know the exact time is a stalker or a confronter.
Yes, ma'am.
She said it's
Somebody
stop.
crazy.
Somebody cray.
Crazy would know
Mhm.
the exact time.
Right.
They
Good
probably got
intention.
a whole notebook full of times of when they
Right.
Yes.
when certain people do shit.
Right.
And she was probably in one of them categories.
Listen.
Now I'm gonna tell you what I thought.
Listen. Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna tell you what I thought.
Mhm.
Soon as I read it, I said, "Well, 10:32, and everything from this point is allegedly and hypothetical." So when I read 10:32, I was like, "Well, it seems like you made a notice him having difficulties at 10:32, and you just stayed there and didn't do nothing." Because to me, at 10:32, I mean, for you to say somebody went to sleep, how the hell do you know somebody went to sleep at 10:32 p.m.? So at 10:32, if I'm grasping for air or doing something, and then you look at the clock because I've startled you at 10:32.
She went to bed.
But wait a minute, but you didn't call nobody or get nobody over there for hours later.
I'm a one up
So
you on
that was
one.
my thought on 10:32.
I'm a one up you on that one. We all know that my brother was very healthy,
Mm-hmm.
worked out.
All the time.
I used to always joke with him. He's like, "I'm going to the gym." I'm like, "Dude, do some push-ups for me, please, because I need
Why
them.
you there?
Like, why you there?
Why you there?
Help me."
Right.
So, he was healthy. He didn't go to the doctors. Unless he had to do, like, I'm for sure y'all have to do y'all's physicals for the job and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Other than that man didn't go to the doctors. So if I have a man that doesn't go to the doctors, but is complaining,
Yeah, you about to go to the hospital.
oh, we
Mm-hmm.
go on, pack your shit up, let's
You about to
go.
go to bed.
Unless you my husband
But
that complain and don't do nothing.
but
You still going.
but that's what I'm saying. If you have somebody, your spouse, that doesn't complain about anything,
Right. And then all of a sudden,
and then
complaining.
all of a sudden
Yeah.
is complaining
Yeah,
about
that's a red
You
flag.
going to the hospital.
right. You if I gotta pick you up, because I will right now, I will
Right.
She-Hulk this.
Right.
I'm gonna pick you up, put your ass in the goddamn car. We going to the ER. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand.
Right. Because he don't complain about or
Can I
anything.
ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you said that allegedly she said that she gave him
Something.
Mhm.
Well, maybe whatever she gave, she knew what time it was going to start kicking in, and that's how she knew.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah,
knew
all that.
time.
That 10:32.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it hit
what-
on so many different.
Yeah.
Look, cheers, y'all.
There's
It
a
hit on
whole
so many
bunch of
different levels
scenarios that could get to the
because there is
10:32.
just no rational
Yeah,
reason.
There's none.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's
or
none.
when you've seen a difference in his health and you did not respond to it.
Right.
So things like that, I mean, never like, oh, he went to sleep at 10:32. That never entered my mind when I read that.
They
Without
all
reading
start
nothing else that you said. I was like, dude, well,
with-
what
and
does
they
she
all
mean?
start with C. Countdown, controlling,
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah,
All the
all of
above.
that, all that, all
Yeah.
that, all that.
Yes.
So tell us, I'm sure the audience wants to know, what set the tone for the book? how did you? I know you were in pain, and everything was traumatic, but you also brought some light points. You brought some funny things to the story.
Like when
You,
we broke the yard drill.
girl, I told everybody. Now, what's the name of it again?
It's a yard drill.
I said, this girl got me looking up in websites. I was on YouTube saying, how do you pronounce this? And I was like, Manny, it's Urajo.
It's yard drill. Yeah.
So yeah, you brought humor to the book.
Yeah.
You told stories about when you guys were kids, how you guys had each other back,
Yeah.
how even when y'all fought, but when it came down to it in front of y'all parents, y'all were solid.
Hell, listen.
Y'all were solid. So that says a lot about your relationship with your brother.
Yeah, we were amazing. And I think people need to understand, first off, siblings fight.
Yes.
Period. And then the older you get, when you have your own family, your own life, your own job, you just don't have, it's not always Sunday dinners. It just doesn't. It doesn't
definitely
work out that way, And so when I tell people I wasn't speaking his ass for about a year or two, they be like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Don't judge me because you don't know."
Mm-hmm.
Exactly why we stopped talking, because there is a reason why we stopped talking, and that reason is number 4.
Oh, number 4.
Number 4.
Get the book. Number 4.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, we had amazing times growing up, and even when as adults, the kicker is depending on what number wife it was.
You and those numbers.
I'm just saying.
Get the book. It's hilarious.
I swear to God, I need to get shirts. Like
To
thing one,
identify.
thing two. But anyhow, I digress. With his first wife, that was the love of his life. I'm not gonna lie. They have 3 beautiful children together. We all hung out. We did things. We'd get together. We'd get the kids together, because cousins, there's 6 of them. They was acting crazy. But the cousins love each other. They still, get together to this day. Wife number 2, I don't like her. But that's my own personal opinion.
Right.
But wife number 2 didn't do anything to keep my brother with the family. It was all about her family. It was all about what she was doing and how she, she had to make her appearances. I don't have time for that. Now, wife number 3, Sissy, she flat out told him, "Oh no, you gonna go fix all of this.
Right.
We're not about to. I don't roll like that. You gonna be with your family." And she would bring my brother over, and it was so cute because she was like, "Oh, he got you a gift." Like he'd either bring me a bottle of wine or Fireball or wine glasses. She made sure that he stayed in my life, his nieces and nephew's life. We'd go bowling. He'd act a fool,
his little
dance thing.
Oh yeah,
like
before
he was doing
Wakanda, he was
exactly
doing that. Before Wakanda,
So those were the great times because those wives made sure that I'm your wife, but that's your family, that's your sister. We ain't about to do none of this. They made sure that we would get together and get the kids together and go places and do things and, just have intimate dinners with, my husband and then her and my brother. It was wonderful. So those were good times. And then we got wife number 4,
4. Get the book.
Listen.
4.
So.
You call them thing 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I did. I did.
Let me tell y'all how I was. Let me tell y'all.
Too much about that.
Yeah, let me tell y'all what I was doing with the book, though. I am too ignorant because I have to read out loud because
there's nothing wrong with that.
I keep reading the same thing. If I read in silence, I keep reading the same thing over and over. I don't think I would have had that problem with this book because the font is big enough where I wouldn't have been just going through. But I'm just going to open this book to any page and I'm going to just tell y'all I was acting out the parts and everything. Let me see. Asking people which repast you going to. This is how I was reading. That's so tacky. You lucky. was reading. My mama came in there and she was like, I was like, oh, I'm just being in character. So I was
You was
kinda,
all in
I was
that book,
kind of in
wasn't you?
character when I was reading because I was reading out loud.
I love it.
And I was like, I don't know. I just felt like, I guess from our interview, I just could feel where you was coming from. And I was just like, yeah, I was just like, but I was reading it out loud and I encourage y'all to read it out loud because I was in character. I was everybody, girl.
Listen, or if you know me, you know how I talk and you know how I act. So
I was in character, honey.
picture
I can
that.
see you. I can
Listen.
see you doing it. I can see you doing it. So for your listeners, everybody has. So first of all, I want to say what you just talked about is very important.
Yes.
It is in relationships, and I'm talking to everybody, not just in this situation right here, but I'm talking to everybody because some people, men or women in relationships, their whole goal is to separate you from your family and friends.
Yep.
And if you have somebody like that, I want you to recognize that's toxic.
Yes.
That is toxic. I don't care who it is. And when someone tries to separate you from your mom, your siblings, and your friend, now some of y'all friends ain't worth a damn. Y'all need to be separated from. But when you got a person, and that is a control factor, when you have a person that is trying to control who every person that you link with, and then when you got a good one, like 3. When you got a good one like 3 that tries to bring the family together, that tries to mend broken fences and things like that, that's the one you need to be looking at because it is, I'm telling you, I have seen it with my friends. I've seen it with my kids. That is the sole purpose of some people is separation. So that you will not have anybody to rely on except them.
Right.
Because they have isolated you from those people and you look like a fool, like, oh, I ain't going back. I ain't going to go talk.
Right.
So, and that's the purpose of it. So I just wanted everybody, and I did recognize that in your conversation.
Good.
And I
Yes.
recognize that in the book. So what I was going to ask you is, what do you want your listeners to come away with? And the specific thing is, because I have a cousin right now that I haven't talked to for years. I have no desire to talk to her,
and that's okay.
Have no desire to talk to her or anything like that. She know what she did. She know what she need to do to rectify it. She hasn't done it. So I'm like, and it wasn't even about me. You disrespected my mama. So everybody in here know. If anybody disrespect my mama, baby, it's Paul's coming out. So there is no repairing that until you disrespected my mama on a public platform. So you apologize to my mama on a public platform. We don't give about no damn about no 15 page text messages. That's not how you disrespected her. So you did touch base on the betrayal part a lot. So what do you want your audience to take out of the betrayal of family? And I know, people say, oh, well, we all say life is short. They say that about me and my cousin. I said, well, it ain't for you to be around everybody.
True.
It's not healthy for you. The Bible tells you foolery. And this ain't a quote, but Manny, you might be able to find a script for me. But the Bible tells you not to be around fools because you might become a fool. So in the situation that you're in, what do you want the readers to know as far as growing from that and things that you do to cope with it? Because even though you're not speaking with your parents, you're still coping with that.
Yes, 100% every day, all day, especially when certain events happen. Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, all the things. You're conditioned to reach out to go, oh, happy birthday, or hey, happy Father's Day. You're conditioned because again, those are your parents. Life is too short. Woo. The takeaway that I would like to tell the audience is it's okay to not be okay. If there is, let's use the example. If you have this carpet and there's carpet that has thorns coming out of it and you're always slicing up your foot, why are you still walking on that carpet?
Oh, girl.
Why haven't you replaced that carpet? And if you can't do it, why haven't you moved to get away from that carpet? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to be having your foot all sliced up and stabbed, right?
Girl. Is that from you, or did you get that?
No, that's actually for me.
Girl, that's authentic.
Yeah.
That's an original.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's for me. So just because
Damn.
it's there, you can't always just let someone harm you, whether it be physical, whether it be mental,
Mhm.
whether it be emotional. You are you, and you have to continue with your life. If you allow people to do those things to you, you don't have a life anymore. You're allowing someone else to control your life,
Mhm.
to control your emotions. What's the phrase? You know, you can't control other people, but you can only control how you react to them.
Mhm. And sometimes we can't control that.
Sometimes
shit.
we can't control that either. I mean,
Because I didn't come out of a brown paper bag before.
I think we all have.
When I didn't want to, but I
Sometimes
did.
you just got to.
I did.
So
I
just
ain't
my
gonna lie.
takeaway is you have to do what's best for you, not what other people think is best for you. If that means you have to burn a huge bridge, blow that bitch up, look, tick tick boom, I'm tick 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 booming it. And I don't mean to say it lightly, but that's how I cope with things as well, is just to joke and laugh through it, you know.
Oh, that's good.
But in all honesty, you have to take care of you, and you have to surround yourself with people that are going to support you and take care of you and cherish you and not harm you or take advantage
And
of
want
you.
the best for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, because it's people, we all have had friends, especially like when you're in a relationship and they're not. And some people is
They get
saboteurs.
jealous.
And yeah, they're
Yes,
saboteurs,
girl.
and they'll tell you everything that's wrong with your man because they ain't got one.
Right.
You know, and you was cool with your man, and now you thinking because these people done planted seeds, and we all know about planting seeds.
Mhm.
Don't let people. Rev Watson say don't. He said you better check the soil
Yes.
before you allow anybody to plant
Yes,
any
ma'am.
seeds,
Yes,
and that
ma'am.
means because you will never know what will sprout up.
Yes, ma'am.
What they say? Let me see.
Is that say Deborah?
Deborah, let's do a shout out.
Good evening, Deborah.
Let's do a shout out. I see the people in here. We've been Sandra Gibson. Shout out to Sandra Gibson. Shout out to John Gould. Shout out to Deliver Cook. Shout out to Leroy's Love. So you need to be on the TikTok thing. Serena. Oh, Serena been commenting all that. So true, so true. Renee Ivory. We got Pam Johnson in the studio live. All right, we got Don Russell Cummings in the studio live.
Hey.
Shout out Patty J. Morgan. Shout out to Patty J. Morgan. Shout out to Jean Pendergrass. She said she'd like to read it. Jean, you can read it.
Yes,
I promise
ma'am.
you can. You can go to Amazon and click, clink, clink.
Click, click.
Prime time, baby. Get it over here. Prime time,
The
Deborah.
book's
Stop.
not expensive either, hard or the paperback.
Yeah. The book isn't expensive. The hardback was only like $23.
Yeah.
The hardback was on like $23. I loved it because I didn't have to. I don't know where my glasses is anyway, but honey, I didn't have to wear nothing, and I was just. And I must be honest. So sometimes I was feeling a little crazy because how much I was just like acting like the character and just reading into it, but it will take you there. So that's a good read.
Thank you.
That's a good read when it takes you there. So do you got anything else coming up? Because I just can't see you stopping on this book.
Chantel, you are not supposed to be in my mind like that. Let's start there. Actually, I am working on another book.
Okay.
This one's intentional. I mean, I meant to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of, my goal behind the book that I'm working on now is if you read that one, it will help you have a better understanding of
Yes.
you had to fucking die.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't dive into the whole sordid.
That's why I knew that
Thing.
you would have a follow-up because you left me wanting more. You left me wanting more, and then I knew that you would probably come back and just explain everything. I'll put this up here so you can see it right there bigger. I'll get it from him unless she.
Right, to make more cash.
Yeah, that's what I tell people too. I'll be like, well, do you want me to buy it from Amazon or do you want me to get it from you? Now, if you got books on hand, I can get it from you. So how do you want her to purchase it?
So I don't have books on hand. I didn't do that one. Actually, that was one of my goals, to just add some books on hand. However, I want the audience to understand that I did not write this book to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my goal. It's not my end game. I appreciate, respect, and love everybody that has purchased it thus far. I guess I get a little royalty from it, but I don't even really pay attention when I receive those royalties,
Mm-hmm.
to be completely honest with you, because that was not my goal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never and never ever will be my goal. So girl, go on and get it from Amazon. I appreciate the question. And then, it's all yours. I just don't keep books on hand. I just said I didn't order anymore. It's
Mhm.
just, having,
So they
I'm
print
not,
them as people order? Or,
yes, as
okay.
people order, then they print them.
Okay. So tell the audience a little bit about people that may be aspiring to be an author. Tell them about the process of how you got published. Because your book came out quick as hell.
Yeah.
Look, I remember it came out quick as hell.
Listen.
So give them a little bit, give them a golden nugget or two about how, if they are interested in getting something published.
So I actually went through Amazon to publish my book. At first, it was challenging because when you're already heightened in your emotions and ain't got no sleep, barely ate, because that's what I was living at, for a while. You go through Amazon. It's kdp.amazon, and it literally gives you the steps, step by step, as to how to upload your manuscript. You can either upload your own cover, or they have another section on Amazon that can create a cover for you. You get to choose, the styles, the colors, upload your own pictures, hence why I have my brother and I on there.
This is nice.
It will give you your publisher's code, your ISBN number on the back. You can format it and set it up the way you want to, and then you run it through, and Amazon actually does all the checkpoints for you. It's like, it's a little, lengthy, or it's, out of the margins. And then it's like, do you want me to correct this? Yes, please.
Right.
Yes,
right.
please. Because
Yes, please.
I don't have the mental capacity at this moment right now to fix anything on this, And then, you put in your account information as to, for receiving royalties, if you want the check, or if you want it, just directly deposit into your account. It takes about 3 to 4 days for them to go ahead and verify everything, kind of verify the truths, the authenticity of your book. It asks you, like, if you use chat for the whole thing, or if you use chat for this, and you have to explain, like, I had,
really?
Oh yeah, girl.
Damn.
Yeah. But it asks all the questions. It's a process, but for me, it was worth it. And I think not worst, but the nail biting part of it was the waiting for me to receive that email going, all right, your book is live, and then I was just like, when that happened, I was like, shit, I'm an author. Like, bitch, you wrote a book.
You wrote a book.
You were trying to, but I wrote a book. Like, I'm out there. And so, yeah, it's a nice process. Like I said, it took a second,
I'm glad that you were able to do it again, because I know it was therapeutic. I used to keep a journal back in the day, so I know it's therapeutic. And of course, we didn't tell y'all everything that's in the book, because y'all need to buy the damn book.
Yes.
I wanted y'all to get to know Kai and her process in writing the book, the highs and lows in writing the book, because this was a heavy write.
Yeah.
You turned a trauma into a book.
Yeah.
A manuscript. Late nights. This was a heavy write.
Yeah.
So for those of y'all who are looking to get your book published, you just heard it straight from Kai, and she did it expeditiously. That means extra quick. Extra quick.
Extra. Yeah.
So do you guys have any questions?
Did you have any regret about your parents? Being in the book, that you put them in the book that drew y'all further apart.
No, ma'am.
You should have left them out.
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am. I can't tell the truth if I don't tell the whole
Right,
truth.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, you know, so no, ma'am, I don't. I did find out that my mother did purchase my book.
I was going to ask you. That was going to be my last question.
Ah!
But yeah. Okay, tell us. Look, y'all.
She wasn't, you know, she focused on the wrong thing. I give mad respect to one of my daughters because she kind of redirected my mother in her thought process, because all my mom saw was she just talked bad about me and she made me a bad mother and she made it was all about her. And you know, the one thing my daughter said was, well, first off, you know, you should be proud of your daughter because she wrote a book. She should be in jail right now.
Right. I'm about to say, if she did go to jail.
I mean, and those, you know, that's what she told me. And, you know, my mom just focused on, and my name was in bold and this, that, and the third. And my daughter's like, Nana, everybody's name is in bold, at least once.
She was on the me
You know,
part.
yeah. So I don't know exactly, you know, her full thought process on it. You know, my daughter was saying that she told my mom, you know, you should be proud of your daughter.
I'm glad that she read it though, because
I am.
I'm glad that she read it.
I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad that she read it because it was able to give her a better insight on how you felt. And like I said, you know, and just like Pam said, that has to be very hard for a parent to even think about approaching a child to say something like that. And then they're losing their son, you're losing your brother.
Right.
I mean, the whole situation is just combustible. So it was. I'm glad that she read it because she knows how you feel. But of course, anybody that's in the book, they say what chapter I'm on, and they skip all of these
All of
pages,
it.
and they go right to I'm on page 27,
Right.
and then they may go back and read it. But I hope she read the whole book.
Yeah,
You know,
I hope she
You
read the
have
whole
to.
book to get some type of
a sense of what I
a
was
sense
going
of what
through.
you were.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and my daughter said she did ask her. She's like, Nana, did you read the book, or did you just flip through
Where I'm at
and
Here
just
I
saw
am
your
right
name
here.
up?
Look,
You know. So I told my daughter, thank you. I was very proud of her, and thank you for, you know, standing up for me, and you know, and then of course she told me that she was boo-hooing for my note to my letter to my brother.
It made me cry too.
yeah. It was.
All that did.
It was.
And
Yeah. At the end, I read that. I was like, wow. Miss Wallace got a shout out in the book, y'all.
Yes, you
So,
did. Yes, you did.
Felicia got a shout out in the book.
Yep, that's the first wife.
Yep, that's number one.
Number one.
She was so calm when she did her
Listen,
live, baby.
If you bear with me, Felicia, girl, you know I love you. You had me for real throughout this entire process. She was the one that had the calm, cool, don't go to jail, collective head. I don't know if anybody went, because you know the funeral was live streamed.
Yes.
yeah.
I
couldn't watch it.
that part.
I couldn't finish watching
I
it
turned it
either.
off.
Oh,
I did
okay.
too.
So there was a couple of parts in there for you see her pretty much manhandle. She manhandled the hell out of me.
After you fell.
You
After
seen that
you
part?
fell, and then when he started after I watched all that and he
Oh.
fell out.
Yeah.
But when Bola started walking down the aisle and talking that talk, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I turned it off. I said, I'm done.
Good. And I know people are reaching out like, what in the actual fuck? And I'm like, you know, and you know, but Felicia had me. She's like, there was time for she literally manhandled me. She's like, nope, we going out. You know,
said,
she
"It's
made me
time to
walk
go."
out, do what I needed to do, and then, are you good to go back in? And I was like, yeah. And then we went back in. The one thing that I would love to address, if you don't mind,
Sure. Hey, the floor is yours.
we had a lot of people, you know, of course, after the video was out there and it's not out there no more. But you know, people made memes of that shit for the pastor.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you read the comments, people are like, well, why didn't the family stand up, and why didn't they? You know, let me just share a couple of things with you. So you were not in that situation. And the thing that people fail to realize is when somebody already has you and tells everybody, oh, his sister don't act a fool, that's why I don't want her here. And then when I act a fool, then I give her that leg to stand
Right,
on to
right.
go, see, told you
Mhm.
she was gonna act fuck crazy. That's why he didn't want her here.
Exactly.
So you don't give them what they want. Yes, I wanted to flip all them damn pews up in that fucking church.
Auditorium.
I'm sorry.
Look.
Auditorium. Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't call it a church.
I'm sorry.
Auditorium, a
You know,
theater.
and
Because
that-
with all the
and
theatrics,
the theater.
it's a theater.
Yeah, you know, and that production that was
Exactly.
a fucking flop. People need to realize that you have to have some sense of composure, because one, you're already just zoned out
Right.
because of
It's
the
a
traumatic
difficult-
loss
yes.
that you have.
Exactly.
And then, like you said, the theatrics that happened
Mhm.
was a whole nother, yep. But I just got all that. People are, oh, well, they should have, and I would have. No, you wouldn't have.
They wouldn't have.
No, you wouldn't have, because at the end of the day, one, I was there for my brother.
Right.
You're supposed to respect
Exactly.
that. Me fucking flipping a table or beating the hell out of the chess piece wasn't gonna do nothing for nobody at that moment. So I just want to respectfully tell people, or not respectfully tell people, if you wasn't in our fucking shoes and what we had to endure with that entire
Yeah, that was horrible.
show, clusterfuck, circus, like, and if you ain't seen the video, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
If you didn't
It
see
got-
the video,
Let's
baby,
just say the video was so bad that the funeral home
Took it
removed
down.
it.
yeah, they was getting so much backlash,
Right.
and there was so many negative comments on the
Right.
and I'm gonna tell you, Dawn, we went to one of her church fundraisers shortly thereafter, and me, Dawn, and Ivory and her husband was the only black folks there. Dawn invited a whole bunch of white folks. They came, and they was talking about, guess what they talked. They was like, oh yeah, we were
Junior's
they,
funeral.
they was there,
Yeah.
and they was like. And this what I had to tell them. Listen here, white people. I had to give them people the disclaimer. I said, listen here, that ain't how black funerals
That's
go.
not how we do things.
That's how that fool did.
Right.
The puppet
chess
pastor.
piece.
Yeah, the puppet pastor. That's what he did.
The chess piece.
I said that's not how black funerals go.
No.
I said if we was doing this, the black people was like, well, damn. I said the white people was like,
Seriously.
and they was like, we just never seen anything like
And
that.
you never ever probably will again. And the other thing is folks were just in so much shock.
Yeah, shock.
You was just like,
And
What?
so going back to what you were just addressing,
Yes, ma'am.
And people always, you can easily say after,
After
you
the
see
fact.
something, oh, I would have did this,
mhm.
I would have did that, and why didn't they do this? Because for one, it, like you said, it's supposed to be a respectful
Yep.
celebration of someone leaving.
Yep.
Instead, it was a defragation of the character, assassination of character
Understand
of your brother.
Yep.
It was all theatrics and stuff like that with his little goons and clowns and minions.
girl.
But the thing is that people always say, "Oh, well, I would have did this." It's plenty of times you can say what you would do
Right.
to you in that situation.
Right.
But the Lord knew, honey. God knew. I have never been declined a day off. Never. Like if I put it in, I put it
That's
in 4 days.
right.
I put it in 4 days because I kept saying, just like Manny, I said, I don't even want to step in that place. I said, but I got to go above what I want to
Because-
do
Yep.
and be there for Wade. You
Yep.
know, I want to see him and then so when I came, I told my supervisor, I said, well, it keeps saying, and I know I got 90 hours on the books. And then he was like, yeah, you got plenty of time on the book. It kept kicking me back out. And it said too many people out. I never seen that in the almost 5 years I've been working there. That's what I said, Manny.
Yeah.
Because
You wasn't supposed
I
to be
do
there.
not think, because I already can't stand
We
him.
all talked about going, man.
Yeah, none of us went because of him.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they said it was at Barlow's church, and I didn't even want to say his name tonight. As soon as they said it was there, I was like, I don't know, I don't want to be a part of nothing. But then I said, you know what, I'ma still go.
Right.
I put in for the day off. Lord knows. And I would have been sitting in that seat trying to say, okay, I'm not, but I know me. Y'all know me.
Hold your composure.
I would have tried. I don't think I could have. I don't think I could have did it because I already have such a disdain for that man.
Right.
You know, I
And
already
that's
have a disdain for him.
understandable.
But I wouldn't have wanted to disrespect the family because that's would have been that would have been the only thing that kept me in my seat. I don't want to do, but you're already disrespecting the family, nigga. You already disrespecting
That part.
So
And
I don't
so
feel.
was she.
I don't feel. Yeah, the whole, all the minions and the. If y'all seen the BET Awards, Drewski with that choir,
Yeah.
that's just what they was.
Yeah.
That's just what they was.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah.
And
so,
that thing didn't cry for shit.
I knew she
And
did.
she wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And she still ain't.
And she's not going to.
You right.
Did she even love that
She
man?
only,
She
But
loved
she
what
don't
he
even love
did
her.
for her.
yeah.
The
and she
concerts, the cruises,
Yeah, the
the
celebrity.
money, the
Yeah.
celebrity status.
Mhm.
If you were to look at my brother's Facebook page, there was hardly ever a picture of just him
Yeah.
with his clients. Her ass was always in a fucking picture.
Yeah, with the celebrities. My daughter used to have a little groupie like that, and I said, well, I said you don't take it much. You on tour with the people,
Right.
You don't take you don't take as much pictures with the people. She all in the people face.
Oh.
Look, I'm like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah, no. Yeah.
damn.
I can just
Somebody-
she didn't like her own family. So,
Well, I knew that part too.
she didn't like her own family, so she wasn't gonna care about nobody else.
You're
Right.
right. It was all about what she was gonna get from my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why I
just
said
it's
the
just
sign
sad
to
that
come
it,
up to
it
you.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
That
yeah.
just wasn't right. They did that man so wrong, man. He didn't deserve that.
He
Yeah,
did not.
No, but
And
yeah,
man, if-
He did
if
not.
She wasn't there to back him up.
right. He wouldn't have been able to do
He
that.
wouldn't have been able to do
Exactly.
that.
Right.
Exactly.
And
You
I
are
believe
Don. Say that again, Don.
If she wasn't there
Four.
to back him
Puppet
up,
Master Check piece.
he wouldn't have been able to
You're
do
right.
that.
He couldn't have accomplished it.
Because
They both definitely worked together on that.
Yeah.
but listen, all the messages that he was reading, he got them from her.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
That was obvious.
she finally accessed my brother's phone.
Yeah. We knew
Oh, the
that.
password. The password. Don't tell the book. Y'all better
Okay.
get that book.
Oh yeah. Y'all better get the book,
Don't
the
tell
password. The password. Okay. Okay, so Kai have been gracious today because we started almost a whole hour late
And that's okay.
because of me.
That's okay.
Not because of her, because she was sitting out here pretty, just looking in the car, like,
Burning the hell up. No, I'm just
Look,
kidding.
So I want to thank our studio audience, a round of
Thank
applause for our
you.
studio audience, and then I want to thank Kai for coming in and for sharing
Thank you for having
your
me.
books and your family, your feelings,
Thank
and,
you, ladies.
and how hard it was to deliver this. But this is definitely it was a heavy write, but it is a good read. I don't promote stuff that I don't like. Now, do I? I don't promote stuff that I don't like. If I don't like your food and you say, "Well, you ate at my place," okay.
Don't tell the truth.
Look, then I'm sparing you because I didn't tell them it wasn't good.
There it is.
So, but I'm not gonna promote it if it's not good.
Right.
That's what I won't do. But get this book, y'all. Get this book. We have to learn to support our own. This is a real good book, and I am ready to see what's coming next.
Girl.
We need an interview next time.
We
I'll be
ain't
on
gonna
time.
make a habit of that though. We ain't gonna make a habit of that.
No, we gonna do on your.
I'm
next
talking
set.
about in my book. That's what I'm
Oh, okay,
talking about.
okay,
Writing
okay,
another
okay,
book.
okay.
We are not. That's not my goal.
Hey,
in
you
life.
might shit. You don't know. Once a bug come, once a bug bite you, you might shit. You might push. You might push out about 5 or 6 books. Don't knock your blessing right now.
Yeah.
You don't know what God have in store with you. Okay, Stay Walkers, we want to thank y'all. Okay, Steve.
Oh,
White,
hi,
yeah.
hey, bro. That's my bro.
Okay,
That's my brother from another mother. I love you, Steve.
Brother from another mother. I hope he was
Yeah.
in here because Kai was dropping nuggets on being an author and she was being honest about every aspect of the book because I didn't throw no easy balls. You know, we had some good easy questions, but I threw some hard balls at you
Yeah,
too.
you
And
did.
you was like, boom,
Yeah.
boom. So all right, we want to thank all the Stay Wokers for tuning in on Facebook, Twitter, not Twitter, X, Look, people still be saying Twitter.
I know.
X, look,
With
look,
that
X.
thing. That
yeah,
form.
that thing, Instagram and YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, the book is You Had to Fucking Die. It is ready for delivery from Amazon. If you got Prime, they'll get it to you in 2 days.
Yeah. And like
you
I
got
said, hardcover, paperback, and
I ain't gonna thump it hard.
Kindle. Yeah, thump it again.
Oh, she said, yeah, thump it again. So thump it again. And she said Kindle too.
Kindle
y'all,
as well.
Kindle as well. All right then. All right, everybody, let's say y'all already know you on the hottest podcast in the Midwest, the only podcast that shot you out in real time and answer questions during the show. You already know what time it is. Before you go to sleep, you got to do what, y'all? Blah, blah, blah. Stay woke. We out it. Oh,
wait.
is that the link? Hold on. Let me see. Andrea Foster.
Ooh,
Hold on,
what, girl? What we linking?
I think that's your book. I'm about to double check though before I say it. Is that the link? Because there's a link in there. What did that say?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, we're gonna look and see. Hold on, y'all, because I don't want to mislead y'all. And oh yeah, AI, y'all wrong as hell for having me looking like my Eastern Star sister.
You know what?
That don't look a damn thing like me.
I was so confused by that one too, but
that don't look a damn thing like
shit,
me.
so.
My daughter said, "Take that down." I said, "Girl, it's too late. I want people to join the show. I don't give a damn about." But yeah, AI, y'all wrong as hell for that. Okay, let me see what the link is. Well, hell, it ain't going nowhere. All right, Serena, head to the spot. I'm taking Kai out to eat if she has time. We're gonna hit up El Mumacho on 72nd. Is that the name of it? Dom, Mama says she got you for your birthday. Manny, I got you for your birthday. Kai, I got you for being a gracious guest on the show.
Oh,
Serena and Ivory, we out of here. So y'all head up to the spot before you go to sleep. You already know. Blah blah blah.